Hi there guys, Brad here again. So this video I'm going to show assembling the screen for a reporting page. Now I usually actually build the screen before I build the queries, and that's so that I'm starting from the user's perspective. If you start from the queries, you sometimes make things a little bit easy on yourself and you end up not representing what the user wants. So I'm going to build this page in the dashboard, so I'm just going to click on there to edit it. This is a brand new site, so the dashboard initially has these portlets on it to display default content. So I'm just going to get rid of that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in a date range selector, and that's because you pretty much always need a date range selector when you're doing reporting stuff. So I'm going to drop that in there. Now I'm also going to set the layout on this container to be box. If you leave it by default, it goes full screen width, and that just looks a little bit rubbish. Now by default this is set to show the last 7 days, but for reporting usually you want a longer period, so I'm going to change it to 3 months. Users can change that, but it's just set to default. Okay, so now I'm going to drop in another component, or another container, sorry. Now what I think I want here is I want to have a date histogram at the top. So I'll just remember the scenario here, actually just to recap that, is I'm building a page for sales managers. So in this scenario, sales managers have a sales team, and those team are sending emails to and receiving emails from their customers. So it makes sense to have a page here where the sales manager can get a feeling for how much activity there is. So I'm going to drop this date histogram in here. Now once I've created the query, I'm going to come back and I'll click the settings and choose the query for it. But right now I'm just going to create the structure of the page. Now what I want to have underneath that is 2 pie charts. I want one to show the domains that we're sending to, so Gmail and Yahoo and things like that, and I want another one showing showing them by status. So I'll put in a 2-column container here, and I'm going to go and drop in 2 pie charts. Now what I'll do is I'll give these a little bit of meaning. I'll give them titles, so this will be email activity by week. This is going to be email domains, and this one will be email by status. Okay, so that's going to be the aggregated data. Now users often like to be able to see the individual data as well, the raw data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a container down there, change that to box mode, and I'm going to put a table component in there. There we go, this one. And I'm going to call that how about email detail. Okay, and I'm going to make that higher, 400 pixels ought to do it. I'll show headers. Well, we'll actually see some headers when we come back. Alright, so now I need to save that, and what I might do is I'm going to actually log in and see that page. So I'm just going to click log into dashboard. Okay, you know what, I haven't enabled the dashboard app yet. Okay, newbie mistake. There we go, dashboard is on, and now there we go. Okay, so it looks like I haven't set box mode on the pie charts container, so I'm going to do that. Layout and box. Alright, there we go. So that's the layout that I want, but obviously no data yet. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show for this video. The next one, we're going to create a query, set up some aggregations and some criteria, and then the final step will be to connect it all together. Okay, thanks for watching.